Hello everyone, welcome back from my channel. Today we are going to do the exercises from Cambridge Primary Science Workbook 5. 6.1 The Earth moves around the sun. Focus. Question number 1. What shape is the Earth's orbit around the sun? Slight ellipse. Question 2. In which direction does the Earth orbit the sun? Anticlockwise. Question 3. What is an imaginary line labeled X? Earth is X. Question 4. What is an imaginary line labeled Y? Equator. Question 5. How long does it take Earth to complete its orbit around the Sun? 365.1 days. Question 6. Find the position of Earth labeled June. Which month will Earth be at when it reaches the following points? C. September. B. December. A. March. Question 7. What is the length of day and night all over the world in positions A and C? 12 hours. Practice. Question 8a. Which hemisphere is having a summer? Northern. B. Explain your answer. The northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Question 9a. What will the length of day be at X? 12 hours. Question B. What time will sunrise and sunset be at X? Sunrise 6 or 6 a.m. and sunset 18 or 6 p.m. Question 10a. If you live at Y, will you need to wear a thick coat outside? Yes. B. Explain why or why not. It is winter near the South Pole with long hours of darkness. Question 11. Which month of the year does this diagram represent? This diagram represents June. Question 12. How long does it take the Earth to complete one orbit around the Sun? 365.4 days. Question 13. On the diagram, color in the area having night on each Earth. Question 14a. In position A, what season are people experiencing in the Northern Hemisphere? Summer. Question B. Explain how you know this. The Northern Hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, or the Northern Hemisphere is having more hours of daylight than darkness. Question 15a. In position C, what season are people experiencing in the Northern Hemisphere? Winter. B. Explain how you know this. The Northern Hemisphere is tilted away from the Sun, or the Northern Hemisphere is having more hours of darkness than daylight. Question 16. What is the length of day and night everywhere on Earth in position B and D? 12 hours. Question 7. On the diagram, label the month that each Earth represents. Question 18. For how many days of the year will the Earth occupy the positions shown on the diagram? Explain your answer. Only one day. The Earth is continuously moving in its orbit around the Sun. 6.2 Seasonal changes. Focus. Here is some data about sunrise and sunset in Karachi, Pakistan. Question number 1. Complete the table by filling in the length of day column, then write longer or shorter for each line in the last column. Question 2. Identify the pattern shown by the data for the length of day between March and June. The days are getting longer. Question 3a. Is Karachi going from spring to summer or from autumn to winter between March and June? Spring to summer. B. Explain how you know this. Karachi is in the northern hemisphere. In June, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun and gets longer days. Question 4. Explain the data in the plus 6-month line. This will be September. Karachi will be having autumn and day and night will be similar in length. Question 5. What is the difference between animal migration and hibernation? Animal migration is when animals move from one region to another in search of food. Animal hibernation describes how an animal's body slows down and the animal becomes inactive for a period of time. Practice. The graph shows the sunrise and sunset times for Doha, Qatar. Answer the questions above the graph. Question 6. What causes sunrise and sunset? The Earth spinning on its axis. Question 7. What does the shaded area represent? The length of day. Question 8. What pattern does the graph show between January and June? Days are getting longer. Question 9. In which months do you think Doha has summer and winter? June, July, and August. Question 10. What causes the pattern shown on the graph? The Earth orbiting the Sun once a year and the tilt of the Earth's axis. Challenge. Arctic terns. Arctic terns are seabirds which fly about 40,000 kilometers each year. That's about equal to the distance around the Earth. These birds experience summer in the Arctic and summer in the Antarctic. Chicks hatch in Greenland in the summer. In September, the parents and the young birds fly all the way to the Antarctic to feed during the Antarctic summer. They feed on small fish in the White Sea. In April, they return to the Arctic. An Arctic tern can live for 25 years. During its life, it can fly 1,000,000 kilometers, nearly 3 times the distance from the Earth to the Moon. Question 11. Does the Arctic tern migrate or hibernate? Migrate. Question 12. Give 2 reasons why the birds do this. They migrate to warm places to have their chicks and to feed. Question 13a. During which months of the year are the Arctic terns in Greenland? June, July, and August. B. Explain your answer. Because this is summer in Greenland. Question 14. During which season do they fly south? They fly south during autumn. Question 15. Which ocean do they fly over? They fly over the Atlantic Ocean. Question 16. During which season do they feed in the White Sea? They feed in summer in the southern hemisphere, December to February.